Good morning, good afternoon, good day, whatever part of the world you're in. Here's something special I want you to hear this morning. It is about relationships, and the relationships must be real. And the first real relationship we must consider is the relationship with God. How does He treat us? Because He's expecting us to treat others just as He treats us. That's important for us to remember. Listen to this, taken from St. John chapter 8, and we're reading from verse 3 down to a little way down. It says, when the scribes and the Pharisees brought a woman who had been caught in adultery, they made her stand in the middle of the court and put the case before him. Teacher, they said, this woman has been caught in the very act of adultery. Now, in the law, Moses' law commanded us that such women offenders shall be stoned to death. What the law said? She must be what? Stoned to death. But what do you say to do with her? What is your sentence? They're asking the King of Glory, what is his sentence? This they said to try to test him, hoping they might find a charge on which to accuse him. But Jesus stooped down and wrote on the ground with his finger. However, they persisted with their question. Jesus was not responding on time as far as they're concerned. He raised himself up and said, let him who is without sin among you be the first to throw a stone at her. Then he bent down and went on writing on the ground with his finger. They listened to him, and then they began going out, conscience-stricken, one by one, from the oldest down to the last one of them, till Jesus was left alone with the woman standing there before him in the center of the court. When Jesus raised himself up, he said to her, woman, where are your accusers? Has none condemned you? She answered, no one, Lord. And Jesus said, I do not condemn you either. Go on your way. From now on, sin no more. Let's pay attention to a number of things. Moses' law said stone her. It is true that the law of Moses and what we would want is for persons to be punished in a particular way, for justice to be brought about. This woman caught in adultery, the law said stone her. What was it that Jesus wanted? That's a big question. And when they didn't think Jesus was responding timely, they persisted in their questions. But Jesus continued to write in the ground and for them to see the sins that were in themselves. And when they saw it, it said they left one by one, conscience-stricken. Is it true that this is how we are? We want justice in a way that would punish individuals to appease ourselves, how we feel. Yet Jesus Christ, on the other hand, forgave this woman wholeheartedly because there was not one standing before him, or even behind him for that matter of fact, who was sin-free. Let us stop and think. How is it that Jesus would treat with the situation? How is it that Jesus would treat us in our own sins? Because that is exactly the way he wants us to treat it. And that's exactly how these young people who were standing there, the scribe, the Pharisees, ended up treating it. Every one of them left one by one. But Jesus gave one command to this woman. Sin no more. Don't do the same things you used to do. Walk away from it. Today, as we reflect on the goodness of God, His mercies towards us, His love for us, let us remember to treat these things, our sins, other person's sins, the way God would treat them. Man says, stone them to death, punish them. Punish this woman. Jesus says, you who are without sin, cast the first stone. Romans 3:23 says it quite easily. For all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. What is your sin? What is my sin? Are we justified before God? It's time we consider our relationship with God and our relationship with others to be the most important thing in our lives. Love you. Bless you. Stand tall. Stand strong. Do what Jesus would do.